Move on to talk films then now, shall we? It's one of the most competitive fields in many years. The Oscar nominations I'm talking about. They'll be announced after 1 o'clock today, 1:30 our time to be precise. Who's in the running? Well, 12 Years a Slave, Gravity and American Hustle. All expected to be in the running for Best Picture. They seemed to clean up those three films, didn't they, at the Golden Globes? But who else will be up for a coveted golden statuette? Let's talk to Sharaz Ali. He's our film correspondent. Always nice to have him on. Sharaz, good afternoon to you, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, Malcolm. How are you guys doing? Did you guys enjoy the BAFTAs and the Globes?
We've enjoyed everything so far, but now I'm going to ask you to get your crystal ball out, Sharaz, and tell me what's going to happen in about an hour and a half's time. What are we expecting?
Ooh, well, you've already named the top three. So the Hustle, Slave, and Gravity is pretty much cleaning up everything. And they're also the same directors for Alfonso Cuarón, Steve McQueen, Derrida Russell. So all those three guys pretty much are guaranteed. The one thing, another film, like I said last time as well, was The All Is Lost with Robert Redford. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that will get in there somewhere because I think that's a brilliant film. As a director or as Best Picture or even an actor, I think that deserves recognition. So I'm hoping that gets in. Otherwise, you've got the other films like Nebraska, Philomena, and Captain Phillips, which were slightly missed. They're actually wonderfully made films, and within that, for example, Nebraska, the actor, Bruce Dern should actually get some recognition for that, I think. He did a real good job. And then regarding Philomena, another film, British again. And actually, you'd be surprised to know that none of the new Harry Hill films not in there, so that's a surprise.
That's a big surprise. Did the Golden Globes and the BAFTAs give us some direction, some pointers as to where the Oscars are going to go, do you think, Sharaz?
Definitely. Usually the BAFTAs and the Globes, they give you an indication of what's the top runners. And those three are the front runners. So the only other wild card you get is the competitions between the other two places, which is number 4 and 5. And there's going to be stiff competition from directors, from films, which have been missed for all that. So they've got a lot of sifting through to do to pick those other two spots. So that'll be really interesting to know.
Yeah. You mentioned Philomena. Is it going to be a year for the Brits or not really?
I think it should be. Gravity technically is British.
Yes.
So that's been cleaning up. Philomena has been cleaning up festivals and other award ceremonies. So I'm hoping that Coogan and Dench coupling does pay off because I think they do deserve something, especially with Dench being great in Skyfall and hopefully not a spoiler for anyone, but killing her off in Skyfall. I think she deserves something after all these years of hard work and taking on the role of James Bond's mother, so to speak.
See, you've spoiled it for me. You know, Sharaz, I'm always behind the time in watching these films.
Don't say
You completely spoiled it for me again. How important, I mean, the Oscars, the ceremony, of course, is massive, but it seems that even the nomination ceremony now is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger as an event in its own right, isn't it?
That is correct. I believe that it's becoming a standard to make more of a ceremony and event of these because not only does it drum up PR, it also gives an audience a chance to know what's going on. Plus, you get some famous actors or people, some talking heads there. Some people actually dress up. They actually go through the trouble of almost like an Oscar ceremony to find what to wear and an outfit to wear. And it's that kind of stress for some people just making the announcement or turning up to these things. And it's just getting, I don't know if the word is crazy or better as the years go on.
Come on then, it's time to put your neck on the block, young man, and tell me if you possibly can, come the ceremony, what's the one film that we'll all be talking about? The film of this year's Oscars will be...
I know, it'll have to be 12 Years a Slave, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think you're right. We shall see. It's all going to be announced in the next, just over an hour and a quarter now, and it's going to be quite an announcement, quite an event, I would imagine.
Definitely,
we'll talk again.
Definitely, I'll keep you posted, and as soon as I hear anything else or any inside gossip, I'll let you guys know.
He's good with the gossip. Sharaz Ali, our film correspondent. Yeah, 1:30 our time, the Oscar nominations. 13 and a half minutes past 12 now. BBC.